It's the boy, Logan, Greenville Regional. How'd you do, buddy?
Back at it again. I was trying to win another Greenville Regional, but Aaron said no. I got top 8. I don't know what place I got yet.
We'll figure it out in a
If
minute.
Aaron loses, I could get first.
Oh, crazy.
But probably top 4 somewhere. We'll put it in the title. But I played Maliss, Sky Striker.
A little different.
Yeah, it's a little different, especially in the extra deck. It's like extremely different. And like, I think the 3 Malice decks you can play Kashtira, you can play this, or you can play Fiendsmith. I think Fiendsmith is the worst. Like, yeah, it does give you plays through Lancia, but like, it also plays into like way more things. And like, sure, you get like, you can't beat everything, so like, you have to like accept losses in the tournament. So I'd rather beat like Nib and other like cards that people were playing, and then just like accept that like I have a weaker matchup against Lancia. So that's why I chose to play the Sky Striker version. It's really good against Razil, so.
Makes sense.
All right, so getting into the deck. 3 mouse, 3 rabbit, 2 cat. I'm a pretty big advocate of 2. I know like a lot of people play 3 because I am playing a lore, even though I think I'm probably gonna cut it after this event. It wasn't very good. I just think you need more names, and I think 3 of this is a little like you see it a little too much. So like, also sometimes you need like the extra name on the follow-up turn. Like if you banish one turn 1 and you can't get back to it from like, I don't know, shifter or something, it comes up. It's all in the names. Wish there was more. I'd play more. The honorary name, I drew this card like 100 times, and I only used it like 3 times. It's just, you get hand trapped a lot, so you don't get that far in your combos and stuff. You gotta play safe around Nib and stuff. Then you do the 3 traps. Yeah. I've seen people say that people talk about cutting this card, but hopefully that's not real.
That can't be real, bro.
And then 3 field spell, terraforming. I drew field spell and terraforming a few times. It sucked, but like, you just need starters, man. And it's also a spell, so you can like get it off the rest of the stuff. So it's like a starter. Gold Sark as well, and then I only played 2 Allure. I never want to see Allure in multiples, and somehow I still kept seeing it in multiples. That's how I lost against Aaron. I Allured and didn't hit shit. But yeah, like this card was just trash. Honestly, I think I'm gonna remove it. It also, like, game 2 and 3 just loses so hard to like Lancia and stuff, and like people still kept in Droll against me because I'm playing the Sky Striker card. So like, yeah, Droll's not good against you, but there's no reason to like add extra cards that are just dead. So I don't know. I think I would cut it moving forward, to be honest. These cards are great. 3 Engage, Widow, and Hornet. These cards are insane. I drew cards all day. Took a bunch of dudes. Top decked this. My opponent were in the grind game. I was top decking. I had like a doorbell's in hand. I'm like, man, I need something to get me out of here. I went Engage, game. I went draw 1 off this, activate this Kagari, add this, draw another card, take their Chaos Angel, and that's just like a +4 from that top deck. It's crazy. Just like the good old days. And then 3, this is the best card. 3 Thrust and Talents. The Talents is necessary. I think looking at the head, it comes up a lot. It will be the last round, specifically because I played 1 Talents in my deck. And this card's really broken. If they stop you on what, like, you want to get to GWC, like, no matter what, because like if you get to GWC, it doesn't matter if they nib you, it doesn't matter like what they do. You have something to do on their turn. And like, if they do negate it where you can't get to GWC, this card can get to that too, which is really good. I also broke like a Mirror Matches board today because like we were like with all engine and like this stuff, because like I activated this and I added I played Impulse in my main deck and I added this, so it just negated a GWC and he just didn't think I played it. So that was crazy. 3 Bystials. Sometimes they can flip the tracker cards, but honestly, man, a lot of the time, whenever you do Bystial on your opponent's turn, they like Chaos Angel these, they like SP these, they like out them. So they traded with a graveyard effect, and then they turn bodies into outing this, and then you just use your striker cards. So they're also just like the best top decks. They're really good. They're basically engine at this point. They're also dark, so it's like really good. Okay. If you don't play this card in your Malice deck, you just need to like reevaluate.
Yeah.
This is the reason like you need to play like either the Kashtira or the Sky Striker cards. Shifter's broken. Like, this card's insane. Like, yeah, it may not be the best versus pure Ryzil, but like, you're not gonna play against that pure Ryzil. It beats everything else. And even in the mirror, like if they're playing the Fiendsmith version or the Bystial version, it could hurt them. And like, obviously you started out in that matchup, but like, the card's just so good that like I could not imagine not playing it in this deck. Like, it's just literally that good. And sorry, spit. So like another thing is like you want to limit what Ryzil can do, especially game 2 and 3, because you don't want them to like do Garrus and draw a bunch of cards into Lancia. And like this card usually just like not only does it like stuff their plays, but like it also just like cuts off a lot of their hand traps too, like Baylor, Ogre, stuff like this. 3 Imperm, and then 3 Impulse. Shout out to Austin. He's the one that told me to play this over the Flawless. This card was crazy. Holy. Like, people literally didn't know I was playing it, so, like, they would make plays. There was, like, I would open this as my only hand trap, and, like, sometimes they would just summon ice, and I'm just like, you gotta have it. And a lot of times they didn't have it. It was crazy. Yeah. You need no Beamsmith stuff, you're just still gonna die, so. Yeah, that's the main deck, 40 cards. I don't think I would change it, to be honest. Like, it was just really good. I didn't miss Ash Blossom. I think Ash Blossom sucks. Right now, at least. Yeah, it stops Flawless, but, like, you can play around Flawless, so, yeah. Extra deck. This is where, like, it actually is, like, way different than most of the other Maliss decks. So, Link Decoder, Ling Grebo, Link Spider, and Kagari. So, like, the downside of playing the Striker Engine is you have to play both of these in your deck. And, like, if you play the Cashier cards, you don't have to play this card if, like, you know how to sequence. There's, like, one combo that, like, it's required through Did, but, like, other than that, it doesn't really come up. But, like, with the Striker cards, it comes up a lot because, obviously, like, the token's a non-effective. 3 Malice Monsters. Cards broken. Nothing to say about this. Like, if I can get to this card and it resolves, I feel like I win, like, every game. So, I'm going to save this card till last. I play the regulars, the Splash Mage, the SP, the Lizard, the Access Code. This card's broken. Firewall Dragon. I still play this card even though I play Impulse. This card's good. And then, so, I played this deck in like 3 tournaments. And, yeah, I know I'm not new, I'm not playing Terahertz in my deck. I couldn't even think of the word for the card. Because there's so many hand traps right now that you just never get that far. And if you do get that far, you win without it anyways. Also, like dumping D-Save Worm, like puts a dark in your graveyard that just allows their Bystials to be live. And like their Bystials normally is pretty bad. The only thing it could really hit is like Leak Decoder. So, like, no reason to make those cards better. It also frees up 3 extra deck cards, so if I'm not making it most of the games anyways, and I'm still winning, why is it my deck? So, I decided to just play, like, utility cards instead, and, like, honestly, it was, like, definitely the way to go. Like, these cards are amazing. Like, so the first one's Typhon. I think everyone knows what Typhon's for. Like, this card's just, like, really good, and it's, like, really, like, it actually gave me a chance to beat, like, the Ryzil board under Lancia. So, like, you can make this, beat over the dude on drive, bounce the dude, whatever, right? The other one is the second SP. I didn't make this one. I made Typhon, like, once a match, by the way. But the second SP didn't come up, but, like, I make this in my turn 1 combo, so we thought maybe I would need one for the, like, the grind game. But the reason I actually cut Terahertz, the reason I like the Striker version so much is because of this card, Dark. So, one thing I wanted my non-engine to do was help me get to engine. So, like, Thrust, the reason I like it so much is going second, even if you don't, like, Maliss is a little inconsistent, so your non-engine can help you get to engine, which is really good.
All right, players.
If you play...
Once again, I want to thank you for coming out to today's regional. We had a wonderful 9 rounds. In just a minute, we will be posting our standings. Once the standings are posted, you will have 5 minutes to dispute any discrepancies that you see. After those 5 minutes, the standings will be finalized. Judges, go ahead and post standings up on the wall.
So as I was saying, Thrust is really good because it helps you get to engine, right? So these 4 and this one, I guess, like this one kind of can, but these cards help you get to engine because they can make Dart. So not only is this card like super strong in the mirror, obviously, like if they land, like the way you play Lancia is you want to trade it with the card. So like you Lancia their mouse or whatever, you can like Hornet into Kagari add back Hornet, make Dart, beat over their mouse, steal their mouse, effect. But also, like, if they have a dude on board, you can literally just crash and get to engine, which I did like twice today. It was like really broken. So like, Magma Hut, all these could help make this card, which could help me get to engine. The card was insane. Like, I don't think I would play this like deck without this card. Like, I know I'm talking a lot about Dark Charmer, but like it was actually just insane. Then the side deck, 3 Flawless, 3 Lancia, and 2 Nib. I wanted 8 cards for the mirror going second because like I'm not playing that many hand traps in my deck, so I wanted more. And you may think, oh, Nib, but you're making Impulse. That doesn't make sense. Well, what you do is you Nib your opponent. You let them get a GWC, you Nib them, and then when they activate GWC, you activate the Impulse. So it trades with everything, basically. It's really good. Side deck's not that special, so I'm trying to speed it up. 3 Book Eclipse. I wanted to play Ultimate Slayer, but I didn't want to make the commitment. Also, it deals with multiple cards, and so that's the reason I didn't play like Xyz Encore or anything. Call by the Grave, card's broken, negates Lancia. And then the last 3 cards are for Thrust. DDG, D-Bear, and Sanctum. Honestly, I would cut this. I never used it, but like the card's good against like the road matchups, but these cards both were really good. So, yep, that's the deck.
Well, good shit. What place you get?
Logan got second.
I got second.
Aaron got
place.
first.
Well, I lost to Aaron. Aaron was the only one strong enough to beat me today.
Shoutouts.
Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. Also, shoutouts to Hangover Huddy for getting top 8. I hope. Okay, that would have been really bad if he didn't get top 8. Shout out to Joanne. Shout out to Ross. Shout out to Javen. Shout out to all the boys. We had a blast, man. It was really fun. Steam games, Card Marshal games. Thank you. Donald Trump.